Hello, everyone. It is Emily with Claim Brilliance. Today, I want to talk about blocks and how to move through blocks, but not just talk about it, but actually walk you through a process that you can use in achieving your goals. As you can see, I'll address the elephant in the room. My shelves are empty. We are packing to do our 18th move. We're kind of gypsies, which is a whole long story, but I have loved being able to meet so many amazing people and have amazing experiences in the places that we have lived. We are staying in Vegas for our baby girl, and she has an amazing school, Commonwealth School, that we have found, and so we're staying here for at least 2 years. We'll see where we go from there. All right. So this is called Your Deep Desire. And what I want you to do is to think of something that you want, a desired outcome that you want to achieve. And think about a block that's getting in the way. So let's just use fitness and health. So say you want to lose 20 pounds and you just can't seem to do it. So the first thing you need to do is to figure out what is getting in your way. Is it procrastination? Is it a fear? What is getting in your way? And I want you to take a minute, and you can pause this if you need to, and write down one block that is getting in your way that you want to work with. As you do that, I want you to think of the judgment behind the block. So let's say you procrastinate and you just don't want to go to the gym. Then you will say, I am putting it off the work because I'm afraid of the judgment of other people. Or I am afraid that I will have to give up my favorite sweet or whatever. So what's the judgment behind it? I should is usually a great place to start. I should go to the gym and I don't because, and what's the judgment behind that? So as you think about that, so I'm putting off the work, I'm lazy, I should be doing more tracking of my nutrients, I should be going to the gym, what's the judgment behind it? Okay. And then what is the inner block getting in the way of you not achieving your goal? So is it self-doubt? Think deeper, because there's a judgment around it, but that's like, if we look at a tree, then we have the leaves, and those are usually like your surface level. Like, I'm not strong enough, or I should be at a certain weight, or I'm afraid of, and then whatever it is. And then there's like the branches, and those are like, I'm afraid of the judgments of other people, or I'm afraid of being in the way and taking up space. And those are like the branches. And then there's the trunk and the roots. And that is where you really are judging yourself. Like you blame other people, or like, I'm afraid that of what other people will think of me. I'm afraid of what other people will think of me, or I'm afraid that I will affect other people at the gym and take up space. Okay? So what is the deeper stuff? What are you truly afraid of? So what happens is a lot of times we use outside experiences to our brain. All right, I feel a little scattered a little bit, but our brain always perceives things trying to protect ourselves, our brain will put the focus on an outside object. So other people or excuses and blame. I hope that makes sense. So, but what's really happening is it's inside us. So when we see, say, self-doubt or the judgment, we are afraid of what other people will think of us, will get in the way. But really the deeper thing is I'm afraid, or I'm not happy with, or I'm self-doubting. So it's inside, and that's the deeper work. All right, so what's your relationship with the block? When it comes up, what do you do? What strategies are you using to deal with it? So an example is, do you believe it? Do you judge yourself? Do you compare? That's a huge one. Going to the gym, when we have self-doubt, a lot of times we will look at other people's progress and where other people are, and we will say we should be there. Where a healthy mindset looks at people at the gym, and instead of comparing, they will say, I'm inspired. That if I continue down the road of taking care of my health, I have the ability to be fit like that. And that is a healthy mindset, where a lot of times we go into comparison. And comparison and jealousy, that's a whole nother topic, but I'll just, since it's here, I'll address it. So jealousy is believing that somebody has something that you want that you cannot have. That's where jealousy comes from. You think that you can't have the thing that they have, and so you become jealous. Where being inspired by someone says, they're amazing, and if they can do it, I can do it too. And all I have to do is know the skills, learn the skills, educate, and put in the work. And a lot of times we go into self-doubt, and that's where we're doing the blocks. So what is it that you believe? Do you believe what your inner block is saying? What are the thoughts around it? All right, and then how effectively is the strategy working for you to achieve the goal? So when you believe, or you judge yourself, or you compare, or you believe the thoughts, is it working? A simple yes or no. Is it working for you? How well? Not very well? Moderately? Or yeah, it's working well for me. So what is it? All right, and then how is this block serving you? A lot of times, more often than not, actually every time, I should have just said every time, our brain will always serve us. Always, always, always. So when we go into fear, self-doubt, whatever it is our brain's way of protecting us. So how is self-doubt serving you? How is it trying to serve you? Now, it's not a very effective way to serve us, but it's always its intention is always to serve and to keep us safe and to serve us somehow. So what is it that is serving you? Does self-doubt may help you to serve you by making sure you make the right decision? Is procrastination trying to serve you by I need to make the right decision, and so until I make the right decision, or until I can do it perfectly, I need to put this off? So what is the deeper desire then? Is it feeling safe? What is your deeper desire? What is it that your brain is trying to keep you from? Is it safety? You can label that even like more more expansive. Can't think of the word. You can go more in depth with that question. All right. And now that you have all of those, are you willing to change your relationship to the block so that you are more compassionate with it? Now that you can see what it is trying to do to support you, are you willing to change it? So an example is, now that I see self-doubt in myself and it was attempting to keep me safe, I can be compassionate with self-doubt when it comes up again. I can thank it for trying to support me instead of judging it. That was a great example, right? Yeah. And so how can you stop judging it, but come into compassion with it? It softens it. And then think about new strategies to obtain your deeper desire without using the block. All right. So instead of doubting myself and then judging that pattern, I can create a 30-day game plan. So 30 days of going to bed on time, 30 days of hydrating myself, 30 days of tracking what I consume, 30 days of going to the gym. So pick something that you can do to combat the self-doubt and the safety, feeling safe. And then experiment and test it out. So within the next 24 hours, do something that you can retrain yourself around safety. So going to the gym and showing up that's like a direct hit towards self-doubt, right? Like if you feel like you are not safe or that you're taking up space, sometimes doing the opposite and doing what is uncomfortable is actually a really great way to program your brain to realize that you are safe. You can go to the gym and nothing happens. You can go to the gym and take up space, or you can go to the gym and other people don't bother you if you stay in your own world. And again, usually what happens is we think that other people think we are something or look a certain way or whatever, because we're our own worst enemies, but also we want to be safe and we want to live in this zone where it's comfortable. And being able to stretch outside of that zone, I call it the magic zone, can't go too far because it's crazy. So maybe instead of going to the gym, a stretch would be go outside and go for a walk. Other people can still see you, but it's not so busy. So what's your stretch? Maybe it's exercising in the home, even if the kids are there watching you. I used to tell my kids, I'm not for entertainment, so if you're going to be here, you have to do it with me or leave. But I mean, when I was younger, I even hated exercising in front of my husband because it was uncomfortable. And so maybe it's just exercising with yourself in a private room, but actually like feeling the awkwardness of trying to follow a video. I've been there too, where I was trying to, I will readily admit, I'm not very good at choreography. So when they instruct you, I have to do it over and over and over and over and over. And the first probably 30 times is super clunky. That's normal. That's really normal. But the way that we progress is to actually do the work and to show up even when we are clunky. This YouTube channel is a great clunky to getting better and better and better over time. So I'm really glad that, when I only have a few subscribers and a few people that watch me and I'm really clunky, but I show up. And so hopefully over a 10-year period of time, I will get better and better and better at recording these videos and doing these things. So, okay, so that's the end. Watch it again, pause it, do the work, and then experiment. The last thing is experiment with something. Pick something you can do within the next 24 hours to solidify your safety or the judgment, or to heal that judgment, and to be able to take action around your fear. And yeah, it's awesome. So I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.